Steve, that was an absolute sucker punch, wasn't it? Because you bossed that one from start to finish.
We did. We not only bossed the game and played the football, and then there was a football inside. There was no football today, and we made the chances and we didn't take them. And that's what's cost us. Not Exeter scoring near the end. In the second half we missed 4 or 5 good simple chances, and if the second one goes in, I think the game's over. But we couldn't get it in, and we've paid a price.
You can't have seen that equaliser coming, because I don't think most did in the ground.
No, I don't think anyone did, apart from some Preston and Exeter who always write awful things about us. So they'll be saying they were terrific and they dug in. But that's what they're going to say. The bottom line, we bossed the footballing game, we bossed the aggression, we bossed the chances, and but one thing about Paul's teams, they always go to the end. They're always committed. We switch off, one of our players does the match a runner, and the runner scores. And we've just looked at it back, so that's where the basis of also looking at it back. But disappointed all over. But we're not going to look out, we're going to look in. So we just need to go back on the training ground. The boys didn't deserve that today.
Is there a mix of emotions, therefore? Disappointed because you didn't get what you deserved, but delighted perhaps because of the way your side played?
The performance was terrific. We bossed the game start to finish. We've made all the chances, and they've sucker punched us at the end. But it'll be hard to take. It's nice not to see wild celebrations at the tunnel that we endured last year. Because I think last year it was relief because they were fighting for a special prize. I think this year they know they've got absolutely dominated. Well, 2 other players have just said it to me on the pitch.
Was it just a ruthless edge which was without in your performance today? Well,
you can call it ruthless, or you just tell it missed chances. Not by number one player, but we missed a couple in the first half as well to make it 2-0. But some of the chances in the second half, they couldn't have been any more easier to score, and you can't walk them out anymore because there was some terrific play. But if you don't take them, you always 1-0's never enough in any game of football, and you run the risk of getting punished, and we did at the end.
Apart from not converting some of those chances and defending that equalising goal, can you ask any more of your players?
No, listen, I've said it before the game, I said it afterwards, Exeter's a very good side, but we've met a lot of very good sides in recent weeks. We've bossed a lot of games, but we need to win some games, and so we can. There's a lot of teams known for bossing games and don't win, and you have to be able to win games, especially when you control them from start to finish the way we did there.
Is that the best we've seen your side so far this season?
Well, we'll be playing like that every week in January onwards. We've always said it. We're still trying to find the permutations that helps when some big players come back from injury. Others have been very fortunate; they've not had big players missing. We have big players that are special to us, and that showed today. But listen, what we do is we can go home down tonight, but when we come back on the training ground, it's the staff's job to lift them. We've got a game on Tuesday. We'll make wholesale changes for that, and then we'll get ready for a tough cup tie. But that was tough to take today. The players comfortably deserve 3 points. In fact, let's be honest, if it's a boxing game in 60 minutes, they're on the coach going Exeter. But it's not boxing, is it? And that'll be an extra headline because they always write awful stuff about me, and we're all watching very closely.
Final few questions. You put Jacob Mellis back in the midfield today. He won the Sponsors Man of the Match award. Was he the standout player for you? I
thought he was outstanding. I thought Byron was special as well. Until the last 10-15 minutes he got a bit tired. I thought strikers covered every blade of grass. Hemmer missed a couple, Danny Rose missed a simple one, CJ as well. So I thought CJ was very good. Listen, the team was right today, the system was right, the performance was right. And if you just don't match a runner at the end, then Mather will learn. If you don't match runners, that's why sometimes you get the teams wiped out before. He's not matched them in the last 3 or 4 minutes of the game today.
You must surely now just be calling for your side to kill off teams.
Well, we spoke about it all week, Steve. We spoke about it last week. We won up at Barnet. Don't kill them off. One up at Newport, big chance it hits the post to make it 2-0, and numerous chances today. But if we play like that, we'll be all right.
I feel like saying commiserations to you today, but you know what I mean. Thank you.
Well, we're just down because the performance was very good, and it's I feel for the players. I feel for all of us. It would have been an important day to win a game. We'll come back home, but the supporters will go home today, and the usual ones that want to moan about everything are moan, and the ones who are balanced and look at it objectively, I think that's as good as I've seen the team play this season.
I think overwhelmingly from where I was, the vast majority were behind you today, and they will have seen what a performance your side put on.
Fans here were brilliant, Steve. They've been brilliant since I walked in the door. I keep saying that and no one listens because I stuck up for my players at Colchester. I'll stick up for them every week of every season. That's my job. People should realise that.
Steve Evans, thank you as ever.
Thank you.